3, 2, 1, go!
T-Pose spins up, and Delirium goes for the box rush.
Yep, Delirium up on top of T-Pose.
In an awkward situation right now.
Yeah, Delirium specifically using that design to hamper and kind of lift the opponent's wheels off the ground while it's inside that wedge.
T-Pose looking to get over top and chop those wheels from any direction it can get.
Yeah, you can see that the holes in Delirium are giving T-Pose some issues when it does get up against the wall. But T-Pose doing a good job of still being aggressive here.
That weapon is now twitching on T-Pose. I wonder if it's down.
Yeah,
it's trying to spin, but it may be back.
Yeah, May just needed some space in order to get it enough time to spin up to speed.
Chunks getting taken off Delirium, losing part after part, piece after piece as it gets cut into.
Yeah, and every time that smooth wedge takes damage, it's adding additional spots that T-Pose could potentially catch onto and get some additional damage. T-Pose doing a good job getting behind Delirium for a moment, but Delirium's driving is also quite good, manages to reverse it and push T-Pose into the wall. Doesn't hold a full 5-second pin, but definitely pushing T-Pose around.
T-Pose just trying to get space to spin up, and Delirium just absolutely smothering the competition there.
Yeah, it almost looks like T-Pose's spinner is too low to get any real damage on the back of Delirium.
And now this is a active pin. And we're out.
Just over 20 seconds remaining in the fight. T-Pose really wanting to get some substantial damage, show that it has opportunities to do that.
T-Pose doing a little bit of fun gyroing, but stuck up against the wall.
It looks like it may have...
Weapon trying to twitch, but can't quite get it started.
Just enough time for the knockout count, and that's a
With
knockout.
2 seconds left on
2, 1, go!
This will be a driver's match.
Yeah, both these bots looking to control the arena.
And neither of these drivers are anything but some of our best.
Yes. I would expect nothing less here at the finals. Necessary Evil, the smaller bot, definitely trying to use its maneuverability to its advantage. Delirium trying to use its wider, kind of catch there to sweep up Necessary Evil where it can.
Necessary Evil taking advantage of the fact that sometimes when Delirium rushes forward, it pops up a little bit with its forks, and then Necessary gets under it immediately. Very good timing, very well driven.
Yeah, and it looks like currently Necessary Evil is giving some trouble to Delirium on trying to pin it or even shove it around. It's not quite able, partly because of that four-wheel design, to get all the wheels up off the ground. Oh, a good shove there, though. 1 minute remaining in the fight.
Delirium just constantly trying to get this corral, but Necessary Evil just finding contact with something on Delirium to drive up and over it.
Yep, and it looks like Necessary Evil getting a few shoves of its own. Oh, they lock horns, do a pirouette in the middle. Neither of them want to give up the drivetrain war.
They are dancing.
Ooh, Delirium gets a really good shove there as Necessary Evil's forks get stuck inside Delirium's.
When two robots dance, what music do you think is playing? I think it's a bit of a tango.
I was thinking EDM.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, so both these bots continue to fight in the middle with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. They're really looking to get those pins, really looking to show definitive control over its opponent. Ooh, a good...
Getting that nice pin, but the wheel's able to bounce off the wall and contact and get out.
Yeah, but does get to hold it for a few seconds, which is good. 8 seconds left in the fight, so not much left to impress.
This is a very close fight. Both of these robots have driven incredibly well, but that is your fight.
Time in the round. This fight can start in 3, 2, 1, go! All right. Delirium looking to control the arena. Imp wants to get on the side and rip those wedge forks off of Delirium if it can, using that vertical spinner.
Imp is the exact type of robot that Delirium wants to fight, though. It can get under it, drive it into a corner, and Imp can't do much about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the space in Delirium's wedge makes it very hard for a bot to drive up and over the top of it without sufficient momentum.
Imp trying to do a little bit of gyro rocking to get over Delirium. Not quite succeeding.
Yeah, to a lesser extent, at least it doesn't get fully pinned for the 5 seconds that time.
I do see a little Either there's a chunk or something out of the armor of Delirium on top, so it was able to get a little bit of a bite.
Yeah, it needs to keep getting some more of that in order to get some functional damage. Oh, big hit.
Good shot.
Manages to come in on the side of Delirium.
Imp wants about 5 more of those, give or take.
Or just one perfect one. Send that bot
right into the battery.
All right, they release after the pin. Imp once again trying to make sure that it can't be corralled. Trying to use the gyroscopics of its weapon to its advantage. Trying to embrace that chaos.
I mean, if he gets a bouncing lucky hit on the top of Delirium, that could really matter.
All right, 30 seconds remaining in the fight. Once again, Delirium has Imp corralled up against the wall.
With 20 seconds to go, let's see how this fight plays out. Imp trying to get that inverted hit on Delirium somewhere if they can manage it.
10 seconds remaining in the fight, so there will be no knockout. It needs some last-second impressions on the judges. Both these bots want to look impressive. And that's time.
And that is
time
the
in the
fight.
round. This fight will start in 3, 2, 1, go!
Delirium with a special configuration just for Mudskipper here. Corral forks and a metal face.
Yeah, definitely trying to absorb some of the hits from Mudskipper and be able to push it around. That being said, Mudskipper is still wider than Delirium, which is going to give it a little bit of trickiness because it can't high center it in quite the same way that it can do some of the wheeled bots. That being said, Mudskipper having a hard time getting back into its right orientation and getting enough space to spin up its weapon.
Delirium just really wants to catch that fish at this point. No one quite has been able to so far. But it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it does manage to get a pin on to Mudskipper. Mudskipper does get some time to spin up its weapon and throws Delirium across the arena for its trouble.
Getting a good pop there from Mudskipper on Delirium's weapon, or on their forks, rather.
Yeah. 1 minute remaining in the fight. Mudskipper is managing to push back against Delirium a little bit.
Delirium doing a very good job of corralling this 1.5-pound robot.
The weapon is spun up now, and you can see that it is taking some chips out of Delirium's armor. Mudskipper doing a good job of adjusting to the configuration that was given. Delirium, on the other hand, is doing a good job of preventing some major hits from happening and was able to get a pin on a bot that is very difficult to pin.
Absolutely. Those shuffle pods on Mudskipper have been through so many iterations that I've lost count at that point. They are incredibly well tuned at this point.
20 seconds remaining in the fight. Looking to get some last-second hits. Probably not going to get a knockout at this point, but want to impress the judges with both control, aggression, and damage. A very crucial late pin by Delirium might be the difference maker. And that is your fight. Time in the round. In 3, 2, 1, go!
All right. Super Space Turtle starts out early.
Yeah, both these bots looking to use their control elements to get around to the sides of their opponent. It looks like Super Space Turtle was able to lock there, but Delirium gets to push it into the wall.
Interesting pin there.
Yeah.
Getting it beached up on the forks.
Yeah, was able to drive over the top of them. It appears as though it can't quite fully high center Super Space Turtle, but Delirium is winning some of the drivetrain tug of war so far. Super Space Turtle trying to get around to the sides.
Super Space Turtle is really trying to not get their forks caught on anything in the box at this point, but it's extremely hard because that box has seen better days.
All right, both these bots trying to control the center of the arena with about a minute left in the fight. Delirium throwing Space Turtle into the corner, manages to get a crucial pin.
But despite all these fights, we still have the Smirk Kitty right there in the center.
All right, both these bots continuing. Another good slam there. All right. They're trying to get onto the sides of each other so they can pin each other into the wall. That is going to be key in these control matchups.
Both robots occasionally getting stuck on what seems to be nothing.
Yeah, and they lock horns in the middle there, do a little circle. Oh, there you go. Space Turtle gets a good shove against Delirium into the wall. Crucial that it gets a pin in the other direction. About 15 seconds remaining. Last opportunities for these two bots to do some demonstration for the judges.
We are fork locked.
Yeah, 5 seconds remaining as these bots are trying to get that one last shove. That's time.
That's it.
Time in the round.
That's going to be a hard one to judge.
Gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go! All right, both bots make their way out. Super Space Turtle does, in fact, have that crazy blue fork addition on the front of it to try and give it some additional control elements against Delirium. Delirium also coming out strong, trying to push Super Space Turtle into the walls. Both these bots are going to be very, very focused on getting some pins, showing that they can control the arena.
With those extremely long forks that it added, you can't help but think that it could get beached on them if it's able to be pinned up against the wall in just the wrong way.
True, but it does seem to be giving it a little bit of extra reach that it didn't have in their first fight.
And there's a fork lock to end all fork locks.
Yeah, it looks like both of them have high-centered each other.
Those are stuck robots.
And so that is going to be a pause and an unstick. Now remember, this can only be unstuck once per fight, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So if that happens again, it'll immediately go to a judge's decision. All right, I got a thumbs up, so we'll resume in 3, 2, 1, resume. All right, immediately smash back into each other, pushing each other across the box.
May as well fork lock again. Why not?
All right, both these bots doing their best. They are trying really hard to get on the sides. Neither of them want to go straight on if they can help it.
Delirium getting those really nice side pins on Super Space Turtle.
Oh, but Space Turtle manages to get up underneath Delirium's armor for a moment and pin it against the wall as well.
And that's the maneuver that I was talking about. The wheels getting high centered because of those awkward long forks.
The countdown has started. That's knockout!
Your match.
Delirium is your MRCA Finals winner.
Congratulations.